Hey guys, Mike here. So today I'm here to talk to you about Bombshell. In this review I'll be going over a brief summary of the plot, my quick thoughts about the film and whether or not you guys should go and see it. So I'm going to try and keep this review spoiler free. However, if you don't know anything about the film and you want to go in completely blind, then let's just come back to this video once you've seen the film. So with that, let's get started, shall we?
Ready to go to war?
Oh, yeah.
So Bombshell stars Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman and Margot Robbie. Bombshell is set during Donald Trump's electoral campaign, and the movie centers around a group of women who are taking on their boss, Roger Ailes, because of the sexist, toxic work environment that he's created for him. But as they find out, most of the women at Fox News don't want to take on Roger Ailes. And so we have Bombshell. So first of all, guys, I wasn't really too bothered about seeing this movie. The subject matter didn't really seem like anything I was all that interested in. But nonetheless, I was still pretty much going to go see it anyway. But then when I saw that Bombshell got nominated for 3 Oscars, 2 of which being in the acting category, I was there like, I do have to go see this now to see whether it's, deserving of these nominations. So, what do I think of the movie, and what do I think about its Oscar nominations? Though I do think that Charlize Theron, Margot Robbie, and Nicole Kidman are good in this movie, I don't think Charlize Theron or Margot Robbie should have been nominated for this movie. I've seen Charlize Theron and Margot Robbie give a lot of really good performances and quite a few Oscar-worthy performances as well, but these are definitely not one of them. Charlize Theron's character doesn't really show off a lot of range, she doesn't really do anything all that interesting, and I'm honestly shocked as to how she's actually got an Oscar nomination. Margot Robbie, on the other hand, did show off a bit more range, and I think is a little more deserving of the award than Charlize Theron is. Though having said that, one's in the leading category and the other one's in the supporting category. So it's kind of hard to compare or say which one deserved it more or not. Though if I did have to lean towards one, it would be more Margot Robbie. But I'd say this is definitely far from her best performance. And just before the movie begins, they do a little disclaimer saying all these events are true and did happen, though they have changed some names and stuff like that. But for me, I didn't really know any of these people or pretty much anything that happened, so them changing the names for me personally didn't really make much of a difference because I didn't really know who many of these people were. I obviously know people like Donald Trump and Rupert Murdoch and things like that, but for the most part, no idea who any of these people were. And I have to say as well, the story is pretty much predictable as hell. Where it's going, how it's going to end, and pretty much everything that's going to happen. But as well, I thought they were going to pretty much spend the entire movie pretty much just Trump bashing. And while they do get in their fair share of it, they don't make it the entire focus of the movie, which I think is actually a little bit more interesting because pretty much every single movie these days is pretty much just an attack on Donald Trump. Now, I'm not saying I'm exactly a supporter of the guy or pretty much anyone in politics, but it does get a bit boring when all movies can talk about is just one person. So I am glad that they did kind of steer away from that. But I'd say Bombshell's at its best when it creates these really awkward, tense scenes. One in particular that involves Margot Robbie and John Lithgow's character was really hard to watch. And it was definitely really well acted by the two of them. And speaking of John Lithgow, that actually gets me onto the 3rd Oscar nomination, the hair and makeup nomination it got. And obviously this award is pretty much going to the work they did for creating John Lithgow's look. And honestly, I'd say if Bombshell did end up winning this Oscar, then this one is well deserved because the hair and makeup department did a really good job on this one. It's pretty much the exact same work that Christian Bale had done to create the Dick Cheney look that he had in Vice. And that Oscar was definitely well deserved. Pretty much like this one if it does go to it. The thing I appreciated most in Bombshell was the conflict that the story did create, because they don't fully go out and say that Roger Ailes is a horrible, all-round human being. The movie does go out and say that he did help and support other people, thus creating this conflict between the Fox staff. So that was definitely appreciated. They didn't make him just a straight one-dimensional character who was just blatantly a sexist. Which, obviously, this character definitely is. And it definitely helps to have a good actor like John Lithgow bringing this character to life. Overall, guys, other than the couple of nice things that I've actually said about this movie, Margot Robbie's performance was pretty good. I really like John Lithgow in it. And I wouldn't be too opposed to this movie winning Best Hair and Makeup at the Oscars. There wasn't really anything too great about this movie. The story's not really all that interesting, and it's pretty much similar to most every other movie that is like this. It doesn't really have anything new to say, and it doesn't really exactly leave a lasting impact on you. But now, as for whether or not, you guys should go and see it. Even though I did somewhat enjoy this movie, I would not recommend going to see it. Right now, there are so many more better movies out there that you should definitely go see, rather than seeing this one. Okay guys, that's my review of Bombshell. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? And what's your favourite sexist work environment movie? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below, and until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!